Hey guys, I'm back again for day, what, 5 now, of my Hong Kong placement. Today it was a full-on day. It was really, really very full-on. Started off with a 7 a.m. get up. I began up at 8 o'clock. So yeah, an hour early, but then we had to travel to the mainland. Sorry, I'm also half eating dinner. We're just getting back at, 7:30. Um, yeah, we travelled to the mainland to the WWF, which is Worldwide Fund. Pardon me. Had him talk there about what they do with kids and all that sort of stuff, which what they do here is what we do in the classroom over there. It's really, really simple. Yeah, I'm also half eating. Bear with me on that. I will try not to actually eat, but I may drink. Yeah, there was a talk about that, which was interesting because they don't have any sort of implementation of sustainability, environment, and all that in the curriculum, whereas we do. So, as you know, me being that sort of side of a person, that really shocked me. Also found out that when we listen, which is common, like, yeah, that's common courtesy in Australia, it's not common here. Because we were listening, listen, but apparently they were expecting us to talk up, like, interrupt them, which we don't do. Yeah, it's something that we don't do in Australia, but they do here. But yeah, what else? Yeah, bear with me, it's been a long day. After that, we had lunch at a old Cantonese restaurant. They had the person from WWF and Anne, who are accompanying us today, had to order for us because we don't know how to read it, which is quite very typical. So I'm also on Steam at the moment, which, as I said, my Steam name is in the first couple of videos. Go back and have a look, and feel free to add me. I will always, well, when I'm home, like back here, we're not doing anything, I'll be on Steam to chat. Bear with me, my time compared to Australia, and we're 3 hours behind. But yeah, back to what I was saying. They had to order for us, but the meal was amazing. I had beef and some sort of oniony sauce. It was really nice with rice and some steamed veggies. It was really, really nice. I wanted to order more, but Anne was paying. We didn't know until she went, "Oh, I'm going to pay. But I assumed that she might be, so I didn't really want to put in. Yeah, I didn't want to assume, like, I didn't want to put myself out, oh, I eat and spend too much. I don't want to put that pressure. Yeah, after that awesome meal. Oh, speaking of meals, do not get a coffee from Macca's. It is not coffee. I don't know what it is. It is not coffee. Because yeah, we got to the train station a bit early. Wow. So we went, have a look around. There wasn't really much there. So I went to see if I could get a coffee from Macca's, but I had like one sip and no, that's not coffee. That's something else. That's worse than the coffee machine at work. So yeah, moved up from there. Took a while to get a taxi to know where we're going next. So yeah, got the taxi after about 20 minutes waiting for a taxi. Had to call it, which is apparently odd. It seems to be a bit odd to actually call a taxi in Hong Kong. So yeah, called a taxi. Then what did we do after called a taxi? On the taxi, Oh, that's right, wetlands. Then we went to their wetlands, which was a WWF built wetlands, also built by the government. Um, it's pretty big, but because we went there to go on an excursion with the school, um, apparently, which came as a shock to me, they don't do that. It's very rare. Like they get once a year, they go out of the class for an excursion like this. They have nothing to do with the environment, which is really sad. It really is. Um, yeah, but ended up going out. Apparently, like when we were on the tour, as we went, they had a talk. It's all in Cantonese, so I was like, I have to try and pick what they're saying, which wasn't too hard. Being at least what we know, like, all right, yeah, you're talking about this, you're talking about this. Being familiar with sort of a wetland environment, it was easy to actually keep up. Yeah, we moved on from there, went for a walk, a 4-hour walk, around the wetland and whatnot. They were, what you got? Undisciplined. That's what I would put. Give me a second. But yeah, as I said, I'm on Steam, so yeah, they were quite undisciplined. We're thinking, everyone's saying kids at Hong Kong are really disciplined, but they're about like what we are, which is lax. They didn't show any respect at all, like beyond what primary school kids here at home, well, in Australia, do. Like when we're out, you listen. If someone's talking, you listen. You don't talk. They don't. They were off with the fairies, talking with all friends, pointing, laughing, giggling, talking, not paying attention to Tammy, the worldwide fund person. To be honest, I found that very disrespectful. Simply because when we're out on an excursion, I've been out on excursions before and I've told kids, all right, pay attention. And that's common in us, but I don't know if it's common for them. I don't know anything, to be honest, for them. So that's really put me in maybe they're not disciplined. Maybe their sort of discipline is less than our discipline. I don't know. We'll find out later in the week. So yeah, walked around there. I was really disappointed. Their wetland was meant to be well preserved and whatnot. There's got a lot of rubbish in it, and one of their walkways was on. It was a good idea, and it's really good what they wanted to do. They've got a walkway, a floating walkway, so it's a bit more interactive for the kids. They're walking across a river. So yeah, it's all recycled stuff, but the floating drums, what they used to float the walkway, were old oil drums, and they weren't cleaned. Like, nah, they weren't. There was oil all through the wetland. Where I was walking along and I'm thinking, this is horrible. There's so much oil in the water. And they call this a nature reserve. Honestly, I was really, really disappointed in that. I honestly couldn't grasp what was wrong with that. Like, it pissed me off, honestly. Because they're meant to be preserving the wildlife, and yet there's oil in the water from their doing, because they put oil drums in it to use to float. They would have been emptied beforehand, yeah, but they didn't clean it. That's the thing. There was enough. They didn't properly clean it. And as environmentalists, they really should have. I honestly reckon they dropped the ball there, big time. But other than that, it was a really good day. The kids learnt a lot. They definitely enjoyed themselves. That was one thing. The day was a long day for them, and it showed to be too long, which they didn't pick up on, which was a shock. Both Donna and I picked up on it, saying, yeah, that was a long day for them. They really should have picked up on their body language. because they just ended up out of tune. They were exhausted. They just wanted to go home. And so was us. Donna and I, we've had a long day, and even us, we were going, yeah, we're starting to, we want to go. We want to get home. And, the trip home, bloody hell, it took forever. It took us 2 hours to get from where we were to get home. Actually, no, longer than that. 5:20 we left the wetlands. We didn't get home till 7:30. It was a long trip, and my feet are killing me. I'm not going to take my shoes off yet. That's how bad they are. Because I got to walk to turn off the aircon because it's really freaking cold in here. But yeah, that's pretty much the day. It's a lot happened, but a lot didn't that I can really say. Just to talk as to what the Wildlife Fund does, a few activities that they do, which are quite good. One of them's really good, which is really interactive with kids, but I've taken a few resources, and I've observed a lot and saw a lot as to how, like, the kids, they don't even know what it's like to see birds fly in a V formation. We get that driving a mall just on any day. They don't get to see it. It's sort of like now, I know it was no clouds and whatnot, but I can't see any stars. That's just putting in perspective, like city people, oh, yeah, I haven't seen any stars at night. We see it almost every night. It's just such a culture shock. What they don't have, what we do, and we take for granted. Yeah, I think the biggest shock was that they were so, look, to just the birds flying around. And we have that every day. I know I go, like, if there's too many and say near the road, it's like, oh, frickin' birds, get out of the friggin' way. Like magpies. I'm gonna fucking hit them. But, yeah, it's shocking because they don't have it. They really don't, and they don't have any concept of conservation. They don't have any concept of environment because they don't get taught it in schools. It's not a part of their curriculum. It is, but it's like tiny. It's disappointing. And the Worldwide Fund, keep saying Wildlife Foundation, WWF, the one with the panda, they are also disappointed that it's not more. They're trying to. But yeah, that was today. I'm going to wrap it up really fast today because I'm really hungry. Yeah, I've got dinner cooling. Well, I don't want it cold, I want it warm. So yeah, that was pretty much today. There isn't much else to say. Yeah, tomorrow is going to be a lax day, which is good. Get to sleep in. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Alright, this is day 5 of my vlog. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and do all that normal stuff what you do for YouTube. Alright, talk to you soon. Hooroo.